Good evening. This is Judy Castleberry, and tonight we're going to be talking about Brandwatch. So, what is Brandwatch? Well, it was founded in 2007 in Brighton, United Kingdom. It now has offices in New York and Germany. But what it's really all about is social media listening. What this means is that it collects data to provide insights for businesses. It crawls over 80 million sites producing that data. These include sites everything from the big boys like Facebook and Twitter to blogs, chat rooms, everything you can imagine. So now for a little bit of a deeper dive into what is Brandwatch.
Social media is full of noise, and trying to make sense of it can be overwhelming. Imagine if you could cut through it easily and find the conversations that really matter to your business. But how? By using Brandwatch, the most powerful social media monitoring tool. It starts with beautifully formed queries. This way, you only get the data you actually want to see. With Brandwatch, you get a whole range of search operators to build your queries with. And if things get too complicated, don't worry, we're here to help. So, you've captured some great data. Now you want to make sense of it all and put the conversations into context. Brandwatch gives you a flying start with powerful filtering, automatic sentiment analysis, and multilingual coverage. And you can save your filters as email alerts, setting them up to work round the clock, so you get advance warning of any crisis situations building up across the web. Equally important are our categorizing capabilities. These can be the superstars of monitoring. Just combine them with flexible charting, and boom, you can turn your data into actionable insights in seconds. So what else should you expect from a social media monitoring tool? Speed. It needs to work fast. The data needs to be relevant and free of spam. And you need a usable interface with a dashboard to impress. So book a live demo with us or give us a call and see how Brandwatch can help you find, understand, and really use the conversation that matters to your business.
So in order to make all that make sense, I thought I would focus on a couple case studies about how Brandwatch can be used. So, for example, nowadays a really important topic is eating healthy. And so one thing they did recently was they listened in on 32,732 Facebook and Twitter conversations about people interested in healthy eating. What they found is, if you look at the chart on the left, is that 76% of those conversations were by women and only 24% were by men. So then they cleaned it up a little bit and went and looked a little deeper. And what they found was is what when you were talking about bacon, which is definitely not on the healthy side, it really came down to about 50-50, male versus female, about who was talking about bacon. However, when you flipped over to kale, which definitely is way over there on the healthy food side, 33% of the conversations were male and 67% were women. So then they just went further and said, where are people talking about kale versus bacon? So if you look out on the West Coast, the green is the kale talkers, and the more maroon color is the bacon people. So again, if you are thinking about doing a healthier product, you might want to think in terms of aiming some of your social media toward women on the West Coast who are more interested in healthy eating as manifested by the fact they're talking about kale versus bacon. But then let's break this down even further, and that's when are they talking about it? If you will look at the line at the top, you'll notice there's two spikes. What this is tweets about eating healthy or intention to eating healthy. And you'll notice that it peaks at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and at 9 o'clock at night. Well, what was interesting was that they found health food stores were most likely to post on Twitter between 11 a.m. and 12 noon, probably thinking in terms of catching the lunch crowd. But the reality is, when people have that intention, is to get mid-afternoon or maybe bedtime snacks. So wouldn't it make sense to talk to them more at the time than they're thinking about it? So if you'll put even this bit of data together, what you're seeing is if you're launching a new product and you're trying to make it healthy, you want to talk to women, more West Coast, and you need to talk to them when they're interested in hearing the message, which is at 3 in the afternoon and 9 o'clock at night. So here's another case study that I found particularly interesting because this is about Monster.com. Now, on this video, you're going to see a very large wall of data. This is a product from this company, and the product is called Vizia. And this is your Brandwatch product and a little bit about how it works.
We're really reinventing ourselves and reinventing how we do business, and a lot of that has to do with social. That's where our customers are, that's where our users are. It's a place that we have to be. Having a social media center is a dream come true. It's amazing. Whether it's something new about our audience, whether it's something new about our competitors, whether it's something new about how social is done. I learn something new every single day. Brandwatch's queries and the Vizia setup that we have here as a part of our social media workflow system allows us to find out what our audience cares about, who they are, and what they're talking about. We look up at the screens and we see that's an engageable opportunity, and one of us is going to go and put the message out, and we can talk about what that message is going to look like. Having everybody in one single location is probably the best thing for creating a consistent tone and a consistent way of humanizing Monster's brand. People who are walking by the windows can see what we're doing, can stop in, ask us what we're doing, have those conversations. In the middle and the bottom there is our activity trend. Right? That's the why social matters point that I tell a lot of people. It's what we take away and how we change what we do on a day-to-day basis because of what we see and what we learn. It's really powerful stuff. Brandwatch will play an integral part as we start to scale. A lot of our effort up to this point has been focused on the United States and North America, but we're in nearly 40 countries across the world. So we're going to take a lot of the learnings that we've made here in this room and bring them to our global partners. We want people to find better lives, and we want to help them. It's all about making that one-to-one connection and doing it in an honest way.
So here's my final takeaway. Consumer research is still key anytime you're talking about products. Nowadays, businesses must think both more broadly and more narrowly focused than ever before. Broadly, because we're on a global market, and narrowly because we want to find the women kale eaters on the West Coast who are talking about eating healthy at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Brandwatch is intended to provide the analytics across the social media to help you find your customer and engage in that conversation that is going to sell your product. These are my references. Thank you very much for listening this evening.